the physical body is something I barely focus my attention on compared to sort of the mind and soul slash spirit slash whatever you want to call it. And I think a lot of other people are like that, where they put their emphasis on the other two, either way, whichever one, because honestly, not to devalue the physical body, because it is an astoundingly interesting thing. Of all three, it is the driest, most boring one, to be honest. And yes, it is so fantastical and so amazing, but it's the one we can actually gain sort of confirmable knowledge about, so that ruins the fun of speculation, because it can be confirmed. The actual field for sort of the discussion of the biological body is phenology or phenonology. I can't pronounce it. It's Phenology. Phenology, I think. And I just wanted to discuss it today because, as I said, it's one thing I so often skip over when it is such an absolutely fascinating, intricate thing. The human body is basically one giant system made up of hundreds of tiny systems, made up of hundreds of thousands of tinier systems, made up of tens and hundreds of millions of thousands of tinier systems, and so on and so on and so on, down to the molecular and the atom. And every single system is working in accordance with every other system. When there is some sort of deflux or miswork in any system, that's where deformities and disorder and any other bodily mutation can come from. It's basically like a balance, which, if you think of ancient views on medicine and the human body, with the four humans within one, and the keeping them in balance, that is very much true. If there is something wrong on your atomic level, there is going to be something wrong on your observable skin level. That's just basic, and it is so interesting that this meaty, fleshy mesh suit made up of these calcium-infused scaffolds that are wet, by the way. Your bones are always wet. That's a fact I hate, but it's true. It's just, as I'm saying, sorry, that was a tangent, fleshy, foamy, scaffoldy shit, whatever this is, works on very few basic instincts, which are eat, sleep, drink, sex. That's how the body is. And that's how the body of every animal we know to be primitive, or we think is primitive, works. And that's how humans, up until sort of the conscious awakening, whenever that may have been, sort of thousands and thousands and thousands of years before Christ, or before Common Era, I should say, don't even believe. But that's what we were, and that's what we've stemmed from. We're basically that, with an assumed addition in our head and in our soul, wherever that may be. So we still do have that funding from those original sources of sort of fuel, those biological necessities in life. We still need to eat, we still need to drink, we still need to consume and stay alive, we still need to stay warm, we still need to sleep, we still need to preserve our life. We have these basic precepts that are still in force, even though the mind and the soul, which do seem to be the stronger currents in our existence, allow to reoccur, because it's almost like they need the body, they need the vessel. It's essential, basically, despite the fact, in the grand scheme, it's practically meaningless. Like, if you're a reincarnationist, your view on the body is an absolutely meaningless suit, basically. It's just a costume that a soul wears and changes over and over again. The body has no value over the soul. So it really is so interesting that if there is this type of soul that is 1,000 times more compatible in every way, and it's keeping the body for some unknown reason, maybe to keep itself alive, maybe to stay within, maybe to sustain it, we do not know what, but if there is, and it's doing just that, that makes the physical, biological body far more interesting and complex than we ever could believe it was. It isn't just a feat of biology. It isn't just, as I said, a meat suit with moving limbs that can contort and can change and can do things with just its own urges in mind. It's something encompassing so much more. It's something allowing everything to occur.